Hey guys! So I am in a good mood today because I joined another club yesterday. Well, lot more like last night. I joined a club, a proper club called Brunette Bombs, and I love these girls already. They're so nice. They're so welcoming. And just I was hanging out with them late into last night. I even did a couple flat shows. Flat shows. I've never done those before. I honestly didn't think I was gonna like flat shows, but I was bored, and these girls were gonna be doing these flat shows. So I said, you know what? Screw it. I'll join. So I joined. And I think for the very first flat show that I did, I think I got like third place, which props to me. Like I say that's a win. And then I think the second one I also got third. So like, yeah, I think I do like doing flat shows. That was a lot of fun. But anyways, that's not the point of this. Other than me saying that now that I joined this club, I have a feeling that my content might skyrocket now, because if we ever do like club events and whatnot, I'll probably be posting about those if they're okay with it. Of course, I'd have to consult the other girlies, but if there's like a club event for like a flat show and I participate in it, then I could like post a photo on my Instagram page with like my placing or something like that. Just a fun little picture. I think that'd be fun. I definitely want to post on my Instagram more because I know I've been lacking on there recently. I did just post a video which has been on my YouTube for a bit. I genuinely forgot to post it on my Instagram. Oops. But anyways, that's not the point. I don't want to waste y'all's time. As you can see by the title of the video, I am here to show you how I play Star Stable. Or my daily routine, if you will, except I definitely do not do all of these every single day. This is just the main things that I do when I log on, and I just literally do whatever I want with them. Because it's kind of a lot, and for the sake of this video, I will do all of it, but disclaimer, most days, I may not even do half of this. It's genuinely just, I do. Thanks, Ducky. It's genuinely just, I do what I want from this list, what I want, at whatever times of the day. If I do half when I first log on, like in the morning, and then I take a break like midday and go do something else, and then log on later at night and I do a couple more things, then that's how it's done. But as for right now, all in one sitting, I'll just show you guys how I play Star Stable. Not that anyone asked, but in case anyone was curious, how Aurora Winterlock likes to play Star Stable. Which, in retrospect, it's making money. That's how I like to play this game. I like money-making methods. Alright, first of all, you could see I'm here at my gardening. This is what I do when I log on first, because I literally just logged on. And I harvested these plants and then decided I was going to make this video. So, the first thing I do is I do my gardening, and I have a system to my garden, and certain rare plants that I get. I mostly get these thingies, whatever these are called, the like Lumo petals or whatever the heck, because I honestly I don't use the other ones. These ones, the like druid whatever, I don't use them, but in case I ever need them, I have plenty. But I mostly get these for Happy Hoof Treat crafting, because one Happy Hoof Treat is like 4 of these. So it's kind of a lot, but with the amount that I can get per harvest, it adds up quick. I think I have like... Really, Ducky? maybe I shouldn't have got Ducky for this, but sorry, my voice is not exactly with me right now because I totally didn't just wake up. But what was I even saying? I did not take my medicine today. I think I have like 2 full stacks of 999 of these in my closet right now. So yeah, I'm set for a long time. If I don't do my gardening for like 2 months, that's fine. I have plenty of these. But the gardening gives me a good amount of money. I think I get about 2,000 shillings. I usually bank the light that I get from gardening, which I'll get into that a little bit later. But the amount of shillings that I make that I will sell, I will put a counter on screen for you guys so we can see just how much I can make in a day by doing all of this. Because not gonna lie, even I'm a little curious, so this video can be kind of a bit of an experiment for me too. Anyways, I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna do my gardening, and I will get back to you guys with a total of the plants that I got and the light that I harvest. Alright, so I just went through and I harvested my garden, and that's right, Ducky. This is what I've got. 78 seeds, about 1,400 light, 7 druid sorrows, and 9 lumo petals. Definitely not one of my better harvests. I have definitely gotten more once, or twice, or a lot of times. It's definitely on the lower end, but what I usually do is I just store these guys here. As you can see, I do have a lot. And I will craft a couple hays, usually about 3, because I have about 3 horses that I take care of every day that I want to keep their moods maxed. So I'll craft these. Then I have those 3. So I want to make sure I have about 15 to 20 garden powder on me. I will just make 20 so it's easier for everyone. Alright, there we go. 20 garden powder. And then I will turn seeds into light until I reach 2,000 and then bank that away. That's usually about what I do. So let me get up to 2,000 lights. Alright, there we go. 2,000, a little over, so I'm probably gonna chop that down until it's exactly 2,000 because I'm OCD. Okay, this is my bank so far. Not really much of an improvement since the last time I saw you guys, but nonetheless, I usually just go in order. I bank a 2,000 stack, then a 3,000 stack, then a 4,000 stack, 5,000 and 6,000, just so it stays even. And when I get to the 4, 5, and 6,000, I usually just sock away a 2,000 or a 3,000 stack, and then the next time I will like combine it together. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'll just have to show you guys. But right now, the next stack that I've gotta bank away is a 5,000, so I'm gonna keep this 2,000 stack just right here. And when I go around and do my trap satchels, that's not going to add up to 3,000, but I will go wisp hunting after that until I reach 3,000 light, combine it with a 2,000, and have 5,000. Does that make sense? Well, you're gonna see it anyway. Oh, I gotta put the hay away. But I'm actually going to turn these last 28 seeds, well, really 25 because it's by 5s, into light just so I can have some extra. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And voila, an extra 300 light. Now, what I usually do next is I go around and I find my 5 trap satchels. I know it's not the best, what is it? Source. I was thinking product and that's not right. It's not the best source of light, but it gives 300 horse XP per trap satchel, and I mostly do it to level up my horses. Because I just have so many, and I do like to level my horses slow. Like, I got Ducky to level 9 just last night going around doing races with my new club. And that's very unlike me, because I do like to level my horses slow so I can spend time with them and whatnot, but, you know, I was playing with my new friends, so I wasn't just gonna do nothing. I was doing races with them and whatnot. But yeah, I always make sure that I run through every leaf pile I see, because they give me, of course, seeds, and sometimes light and plants, and sometimes even a garden powder, which is nice. And of course, wisps too. I play this game too much, so pretty much every wisp location I know where it's gonna end, so I can just wait. I can just go to that spot and wait for it to like park itself or whatever. But yeah, I'll just run around this. Excuse me. I'll just run around this little area and collect the couple of wisps that spawn here, and the crap ton of leaf piles that usually spawn. I saw one up here. Where'd it go? I think it despawned. Or was that, like, out of my render distance or something? But there's another one over here. But as for trap satchels, I have, like, a specific path that I do. And I can show you guys that in case anyone else struggles to find trap satchels. I do think I know, if not all, then nearly all of the trap satchel locations. So if you would like me to, I can do a video or a short on the trap satchel locations. The spots are random throughout the day, but I can show you all the locations that they do spawn that you could find them in. But I think for this video, I'm just gonna do my little pathing, and just go find the trap satchels, because I don't really want this video to be an hour long, because like I said, there is going to be a lot to it. So there's probably going to be a lot of time lapses, a lot of jumping around, but I think it'll be beneficial. The main purpose is just kind of explaining what I do and that dang shillings counter. I'm not going to count the light that I bank, like that 2,000 I just put in my storage over there. I'm not gonna count that, because that's not being turned into shillings. Everything that gets turned into shillings, or shillings that I get from, like, quests and stuff, or races, then those I will count. But anyways, enough yapping. I'm gonna go get my trap satchels. And that was the last trap satchel. Oh wow, I got a lot more light than I thought, but then again, I found, like, a crap ton of wisps, so... You're very right, Ducky. So I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna just go find wisps because there's a couple. I call them wisp hotspots because usually a lot of them spawn in like one area. This is actually one of them, more specifically down here. Like right here. Here's a wisp, right there. And I believe that one is gonna end over here in this little bush. I think. Yeah. There it is. Oh, and look at that. And Ducky's level 10. In a bush, but level 10. This is the Valedale over here with rune stones and trap satchels. And whoa, my camera. Sorry about that. It's a great way to level up horses. If I just do my Valedale dailies, I can get a horse from like level 1 to like level 6. Sometimes even level 8, depending on how many wisps I catch. But yeah, that's the wrong button. Let me go around and get up to 3,000 light, but I will show you, voice crack, I will show you the like wisp hotspots once I get this leaf pile. So right here is one of them because there's I think like 3 wisps that spawn up there. And then like 2 or 3 more that spawn down here. Usually there could be one that spawn in like this entrance right here, the cave entrance. One that spawns in the middle, and I think one that spawns up on top of this like rock overhang or something. And maybe one that spawns out here too, but I can't exactly remember. And the next one is actually right over here at this little like ruin building or whatever. This one, there's like 5 wisps that spawn here. There's one that can spawn here, like right where the path curves. It spawns like right here at this little clump of plants. That's a wisp right here on the junction of this path. And it ends here. Sometimes I have had 2 wisps spawn on top of each other here, and they like are completely on top of each other as they go around their path, and they both end here, so I can get 1 and then sometimes 2. It's rare, but it does happen, and it's hilarious to me. And oh, by the way, that wisp that spawns over here, like in that little outside of this spot, quiet ducky, over here, it will end right here in this little like broken down fireplace, right in here. And there's a wisp that spawns right here in the middle, and it's gonna end there at the junction. And I got this one earlier. A wisp will spawn kind of in this general area. I don't know the exact spot, and it will end at this corner back here at this little like debris pile with the book. So there you go. There's a little wisp lesson right there. But there's usually a lot more than just the one right here, so I can usually get more, but that was kind of a one-off. Oh, there's a couple leaf piles down here. I think a wisp also spawns like around here, and it's gonna end by that tree that like dips down into the ground. Right over here. Right under these roots. That's where it'll end. I guess this could be another wisp hotspot, because a couple do spawn here. I think one spawns like along the path here, and it ends like at this tree over here. The path is so long, so it's a bit of a pain to wait. I try to avoid it. Same thing with one that spawns over here. Yep, this one. This one takes forever, likes to take its sweet, sweet time, but it ends right here at this tree. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm just gonna wait for it. It's gonna like circle see, there it is. It's gonna circle all the way around and like circle this whole island and then end here. It's so annoying. Yep, there it goes. 10 years later, finally makes its arrival. And the other spot that I like to call a wisp hotspot is over. There's like 4-ish of them. That whole general area around the ruined building, the little cave where one of the races is with like her name starts with an M. It's like Mackenzie or Michaela or something like that. Over, I think I actually passed it. No, it is here. This one. There's a couple wisps that spawn here. Usually there's one that spawns in the middle in this general area and will end at this little tree stump. And then one that spawns kind of over here at this path and will end at this tree right here. And there's one here. It'll spawn here and end all the way over here at this tree under the roots. And two more. One spawns, which I'm sure plenty of you have probably seen. The one that spawns over here. Like, kind of in this general area. I don't know if it's on this side of the root here or on this side, but it's over here, and it ends underneath the tree at this root. Or underneath the roots at this tree, right here. And then there are... Actually, I lied, there's three more. There's two up here. One will spawn here. Right here. And it's going to go up and around and end right in here. So usually I activate that wisp and I just wrap around here. And it ends right in here. And finally, there will be one here. And it'll go down this path. Around. I don't know if it cuts there or just keeps going around, and it'll end right here. So that's Wisp Hotspot number 3, and for the final one, which I honestly have not found many wisps showing you guys this. I've found like 1 or 2. Yeah, I didn't get that much closer to 3,000. It's because the game knows I'm recording and doesn't want to prove me right. But this is the other, like, wisp hotspot. And plants, I guess. A lot of moss and jute spawns here as well. But this is where I tend to go, because it's the closest to the stables when I need wisps. Or just, like, light in a pinch. Because I get, like, 80 light per wisp instead of the 50 that you start with. Because I upgraded my, like, path of whimsy pretty much all the way, I think. But one's going to spawn right here. At the edge of that little, like, shore. And it's going to end over here inside this little tree stump. Right in there. And I believe that one's a wisp as well. But I actually don't know where it goes because I always lose it. So I'm not gonna show you guys that one. But yeah, one spawns there. One spawns here. And is going to end over there at the base of that bridge. One spawns over here. None of these are it. It usually spawns like right here, like right at this tree where my horse is standing. And it's a really short path. It's just gonna go all the way back here to this tree stump and end in here. And there's a wisp over here. It'll spawn like right here-ish, and it's gonna wrap all the way around up here, but I usually just cut through this way. And it's going to end all the way here in this little enclave, or whatever the word is. And finally, one will spawn here, so sometimes when I'm wrapping around, I will catch the wisp if it's here. And the one that spawns here will go, I think, back through there and around, but I just cut my way up this way. And it's going to end here at the little stump with the wheel against it. But yeah, I just kind of go back and forth between those 4 spots and wisp gather until I reach my desired amount of light to bank. Or honestly, if I'm just bored and need just like a little bit more horse XP and I don't feel like doing a race, or I just need a little bit more money and I don't have anything else to sell, I'll get like a wisp or 2. But yeah, I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go to those 4 spots that I just showed you. That was probably like 20 minutes of me talking. But you know, I feel like that's probably gonna be helpful to some of you, so I'm gonna leave it in. I'm gonna leave it in the video. And I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna get up to 3,000 light, and I will catch up with you guys at the stables. Alright. I got nearly exactly 3,000 light, so I'm just gonna take out those 3, leave them in my little placeholder spot, and combine that with this 2,000, and bam, there's my 5,000. So I usually start with 2,000, and then I just add on whatever more I need to get here. But usually these end up happening at the same time. I get 2,000 for my light and 3,000 for my trap satchels and wisps. But like for here, I just combine 2,000s. Here I combine a 2,000 and 3,000, and this one I just combine 2 3,000s, which takes a little bit more of my time, but it's worth it. All right. Next, I usually go around and I do my rune stones twice. Yep, twice. Not once, but twice. So I'm probably gonna go do that. Because mainly for the horse XP. They give me a lot of horse XP. I actually don't know how much off the top of my head, but I know I do get a good amount of XP from the runestones. And I also get 250 light per runestone I do, because I do this one. Oh, sorry, 240. My bad. But I just kind of go around, find the 5. I'm not going to make you sit and watch that, because that's kind of boring, and I don't really have much to say right now, so I'll do this, and... oh, you know what? This is the stuff that I start selling at this point. So what I'll do is I'll go around and I'll do each runestone twice. And instead of just like going around and then going around again, to save y'all's time, I'll just do them twice, like at once. So I'll do this one and then I'll just do it again. Usually I go around twice because I'll get more wisps that way, but I'm not gonna waste y'all's time. So I'm just gonna count the light that I get from here and then convert it to shillings, and we'll have a little counter. And this is as much as I'm starting with. Everyone remember this number, or don't. I don't care. You can just back up the video. I do usually stop here on the way to my next runestone, because this is by far the best wisp hotspot that there is out of all of the ones that I kind of found. But it looks like there's only the one here. This is where it spawns, by the way, the one that I couldn't remember. Kind of like right next to this little darker patch on the cobblestone. And it ends right... I'm stuck. It ends right here. Okay. I'll be honest, in real time I was not keeping track, but I will put a counter on screen for how much I got per runestone. I don't know about the light and wisps that I collected along the way, but this is my starting amount, and I'll go sell... Actually, I'm gonna turn 10 of these seeds into light as well. Because I leave about 30 seeds on me because I've learned that that's like the sweet number for doing your gardening is having about 30 seeds. So I leave about 30 seeds on me for tomorrow's gardening. But let me go home because I'm too lazy to just run there. And I'll go turn my seeds into light, sell, and then editor me will do the math of exactly how much light I got. Okay. We're starting with 4,143 shillings. I'm gonna sell this much light. I feel like I'm an idiot. It tells me how much I got. Blonde moment, I'm sorry. I'm not actually blonde. But that was such a blonde moment. I'm so sorry. This is how much light I got. I feel stupid. I don't need to do the math, it's right here. Anyways. Sometimes I feel like I work too hard. I'm too much of an overachiever. I try to keep track of everything, but it literally told me. Wow, okay. But yeah, okay, that's the first amount. Almost 3,000 light. Already almost maxed our shillings. So that was all of my light grinding for the day. Now we're moving on to actual in-game quests that give shillings. First and foremost, I'm going to do my Valedale chores because this is my home stable and I like to support my home stable by cleaning it up, even though it means nothing. I kind of forgot that these existed. The stable chores inside our home stables, I did do those earlier when I logged on, just because I figured why not. So I got like 25 shillings per activity, so that was an extra 75 shillings. So I'll add that onto the screen right now because they're kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of forgot about them, and I think I'm gonna add them back to my daily routine. So that's an extra 75 shillings right there, plus like 300 horse XP total, not for each. Oh, I just realized I am in my I'm still in my line dancer's dance outfit. So yeah, this is my line dancer's dance outfit. That short for all of my outfits is not out yet, but here's a little sneak peek, even though it's just a full thing. Except I have a cat. I didn't have this cat before. This is my favorite cat in the whole game. I love it. It's gorgeous. The leopard cats in real life are like my favorite coat. Or not coat, my favorite whatever. This cat in real life, my favorite cat in real life. If I wasn't semi-allergic and my mother wasn't deathly allergic to cats, I would have one of these. But alas, I don't. Anyways, let me turn these in and get 90 beautiful shillings. Add that to the total. And I'm also going to run up and do my soul writing because I have not finished that yet. I'm not even close. I don't even think I've hit 4,000 points yet, and I have to get 120,000. I'm suffering over here because I don't even do the missions. I hate the missions. They're such a pain in my butt. But yeah, I'm gonna do these 3 activities, and I'll get, I think, 60 shillings, and like, I think I get 60 shillings and like 600 horse XP. We'll see. I didn't even see it. Okay, well, I guess I'm doing that again. Frickin' finally. Alright, 20 shillings right there. Oh, I always get this one. I don't like this one at all. Oh, I hate the soul writing so much. I'm bored. I'm already bored. Sorry? What? Alright, I don't know what happened. My game just, like, crashed. Okay. Oh! What? No! I don't want to do that again. Well, I am because I'm trying to record a freaking video. If this was a normal day, I would just give up and I would not do these today. But I guess I'll do them again. End my suffering. Okay, I actually got the stuff that time. So I already counted those 20 shillings. Now this one. Could the lesson length bar fill up any slower? Honey. Please. Oh, thank God. 20 more shillings. Please don't let the next one be absolutely suffering. Oh, good. This one's not bad at all. Okay, this one I actually do kind of like, so this is a good one to end with. Something that's not going to make me freaking rage. I actually just took a quick moment to talk with one of my club members. She was asking if I was going to be on today. Obviously I am, because I'm recording this video for you guys. I'm just so happy that I found a club, like a genuine club that actually the girls are nice. They're my kind of people. They're chill, they're laid back. I'm so happy. All right, and that's 20 more shillings. Now get me out of here. All right, what's next? I made a list because I genuinely needed to see everything that I do, and that's when I found out that it's a lot. This video is definitely going to be longer than I probably anticipated, because Valedale stuff took like an hour for me to record, so, yeah. Right, Ferris quests. I finished them, like, God knows how long ago, and I got the owl pet, but I still do them because they gave a crazy amount of shillings. So, like, this is gonna be 90, 90, and 170. I'll do the math later because I don't feel like doing that right now. But we have to go to Moorland for Conrad, South Hoof for Hugh, and Silverglade for Big Bonnie. So let me craft a burlap sack, bandages, and napkins. Ducky is stuck on nothing. I'm stuck. What? Ducky? Oh, there we go. What the heck was that? Well, alright, where did we need to go? Moorland, Silverglade, and Southhoof, I think. Those are all so far apart. Oh my god. I am gonna be trailering. Because, yeah, I'm not running all that. Who was I going to? I genuinely forgot. Conrad. Oh, and I also, when I'm around, I do the daily quest that they have. Like, what is this? Yeah. What's today? Sunday. Sunday is Moorland. So since I'm here, I go around and do these because I'll have to go back and add how many shillings I got from turning in Conrad's thing, but these daily quests are 70 shillings, and especially on Fridays at the manor, there's so many of them and it adds up so fast. But yeah, we got Conrad, and I think there's only two. I think it's just Conrad and then Maya over here, which I think that one's actually only 15 shillings. I'm not gonna do the stable chores because I genuinely don't feel like it. Yeah, only 15 shillings. So I'm going to get that just because. And there we go. 85 extra shillings. Love to see it. But I'm gonna trailer to Silverglade and Southhoof. I know it costs 25 shillings to trailer, but I'm not gonna like deduct that from my shilling making. I'll just know that how much I have left over is probably not going to be the amount that's on screen, because one, I likely will have to buy something, and two, I'm trailering. But you know, that's why we make shillings, is to buy things. Okay, Conrad was 90 shillings. Big Bonnie is 170. And then Hugh at Southhoof is also 90. Definitely not the most profitable run of Fair Quests. None is sold for, what is it, the max 250, but, you know, it's good. 170 is still good. I actually forgot that Southhoof had races over here, and I did them yesterday, and they were very fun. Alright, Fair Quests are done. What's next? Epona Archaeology. Yes, I do archaeology. I know people were, like, traumatized from that, the older players, but I had a guide on where all the locations were, so I got lucky in that sense, so it didn't exactly traumatize me. But I don't do Dino Valley archaeology because it gives, like, absolutely crap nothing. I just do the ones at Epona, and I go around and get my 4, what is it, the unique items, whatever it's called. And then I just bank those away for when I do need money, because just the light that I sell gives me a good amount as is. So this is just more money for me to have in my bank for events, especially with Halloween and winter coming up. I know I'm gonna need a crap ton of shillings for that, so I really need to start buckling down and doing, like, a lot of my dailies so I can sock away as much money as I can. But I'm not gonna make you sit and watch me go through this path either, because it's the exact same path that Ursula's Revenge showed in her archaeology, one of her archaeology guide videos. It's the exact same one. It's just muscle memory for me at this point. I've ridden it so many times. So I will link her video in the description, or maybe not. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to do that. Here's a screenshot of it though. That one. And that's the path that I'm taking. So in case you're curious or want to get into the Epona archaeology yourself, feel free to go watch that video. Watch this one first. Or you don't have to. I genuinely don't care. But that's the path I take. So I'm going to go through and do all that, and I will meet you guys at the next location for the last little bit of my little, not so little daily routine, I should say. Okay, in a last-minute decision, I decided not to do my Vales Hamlet and Marching Guest dailies on camera, because I'm probably going to end up doing those... Oh, someone's clipping through me. I'm probably going to end up doing those with my new club members, because, just because it is definitely more interactive with others. But I did go around and I counted up how many shillings I would get doing all of the Veiled Hamlet and Marching Gas dailies, and that total is 1,050 shillings. Plus an extra 500 per week for the whatever the heck that big thing is. There's a weekly weekly quest for Marching Gas and Veiled Hamlet, and each is worth 250 shillings, so that's an extra 500 per week. But yeah, that's pretty much how I play Star Stable. And if I do all of that, if I happen to do all of those, all of what I just did, and I still want to stay on the game, I'll just go around and do whatever races I feel like doing to train my horse. Nothing crazy. Kind of just like a how everyone else. Once I'm done playing how I like to play, then I usually like to play how everyone else plays, which is the races. And yeah. Oh, my camera's not even. There we go. So yeah. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, if you'd like me to talk more in depth about any parts of this little routine of mine, then feel free to let me know. I would be happy to explain a little more in depth how I like to play in case anyone's curious or just looking for new things to do in this game, new routines to follow. But anyways, that's all for now. Bye guys.